What's up guys, Frank Rich here from MASSTHETICMUSCLE.com. We're going to discuss the barbell bench press and how you need to be using this movement to effectively build muscle. Now we've all done the bench press before. It's probably one of the first lifts that we ever did when we first stepped foot into a gym. People's egos are built around what their max bench press is. But I want to break down this movement and how you need to effectively be using it to build the biggest chest or to use it in a hypertrophy training circuit. Now, like with everything that we do, it's going to start with the intention. So understanding that our goal is building muscle. But we're going to break it down. We're going to go over some cues that you need to be doing, what you need to be thinking about, what your intentions need to be, how your setup needs to be working, and then how you can use this movement to maximally build your bench. It starts with our setup and what our intention is. So when getting into position or when getting into place, using the bench press for building muscle, we really want to take a few cues into play. First, it's going to start with our lower back positioning. We don't want an arched lower back. We want everything flat, secured, locked down into place. Our shoulders are going to be depressed, scapula retracted back, so we're taking the shoulders out of the movement. Now our hand placement, as you can see here what I'm doing, I'm getting my hands placed slightly outside of my elbows. This is going to keep tension off of the shoulders, off of the triceps, and make sure all that load and tension is going through the chest. So hands slightly outside of our elbows, arms perpendicular to the floor. So cues here, guys, with your setup: abs locked down, core engaged, lower back up against the pad. We're arm not arching, shoulder blades depressed, and hands slightly outside of our elbows. Now, before we really get into pushing a lot of weight and really increasing our loads, we want to go through a few activation or warm-up sets. What we're really thinking about doing here is assessing our range of motion. So what is going to be our active range? How can we keep tension working on these muscles? The bar is getting close and touching my chest, but this may not be where you need to work. So before you really load up the bar, take it and really focus on finding out what your range of motion is going to be. What I'm thinking about doing though with the bar as I'm rolling down is it's actually engaging my lats and bringing the bar down using my back muscles. So I'm really keeping tension on all those working muscles. Then as I cue the weight back up, I'm thinking about squeezing and driving my hands together, really focusing on what the elbow path is. I'm not thinking about driving up, but I'm really thinking about bringing my arms or my elbows across my body. This is really where the chest is going to get engaged. So before you really get into pushing some heavy loads, we really want to make sure that our movement is tight and that we're working the muscles that we're trying to train. But when we get to these heavy sets, we're still making sure that our execution is tight. So everything that we did in our warm-up sets, we're keeping all those cues in place. We're really just focusing on increasing the load here. Focus on that intent. And what I mean by that is as you're pressing up, really think about squeezing your hands together in the bar. This is the concept of intent. This is really what's going to allow you to really get deep into those muscle fibers. But we're not aiming for 400, 500 pound bench press. We want to work with a weight that's going to be challenging to our chest and keeping the other muscles out of it. So there you have it. Bench press for building muscle, using it for hypertrophy-based training. Make sure you're following those cues. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done that. Share this video with anybody you think that could find value in it. If you've yet to pick up our free report, we are giving away 1 free week of MASSTHETIC muscle workouts. So hit the description box below. There's a link right there at the top. Click on that, enter your email address, and we're going to send you this free workout with a free report. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon.